All right, sweet. Here we go. Uh, this is War Elephant. I'm bringing you something cool, something new. This is brought on by chess.com, and they now have four-player chess. And it's just within the last few days that this came out. This new recent games feature on the side just came out in the last few hours, I believe. Um, and as you can see, there's 75 people online right now. And basically, the way their system works is it's actually a point system. So it's not really like last man standing to checkmate everyone else. It is based on points. Now, of course, the longer you last, the more points you can accumulate because the number of points you gain depends on how many pieces you capture and what quality those pieces are. I believe a pawn is 1 point, all the way up to checkmating someone or capturing a king is 15 points. Um, so those are the basics of that. Now I want to talk a little bit about the theory of four-player chess before I jump into a game here. As I've already played a few games and started to notice a few things. One would be the inherent nature of this game is that it's a free-for-all. Okay, so normally in regular chess, if you could perhaps trade a piece and win a pawn, that would be a good trade because you could be getting, say you trade a bishop for bishop, but you get an extra pawn. That would be great because you will be 1 point of material ahead. Okay, but in this game, say you trade, say I'm red, I trade my light squared bishop with blue's light squared bishop, and I also win a pawn. Well, yeah, I'm a pawn ahead of blue, but gold and green will still have their respective light squared bishops. So compared to them, I will be behind in material. So you basically want to play this as you would play many other free-for-all games and pick off what you can for points, and also try to stay alive. Okay, try to keep your pieces intact and don't try to make too many trades. Okay, so there's a lot of, I guess you could call it turtling that goes on, which is when players just sit back, develop their pieces, and enjoy the show. You know, classic free-for-all logic. Let everyone else fight it out, and then I'll come in. I'll swoop in later and gobble up what remains. The other element to this game is that each player only starts with 4 minutes, and I believe there's a very small increment of time. So the game is very and must be very fast-paced. Okay, and if someone times out, all their pieces turn gray. They're still on the board, but they turn gray, and they don't garner any points except for their king, which still garners 15. So that's the basics of this game, and the only other specific rule is for pawn promotion. Your pawn will promote automatically to a queen. Okay, it's not your choice of anything; it's a queen when it reaches your 8th rank. Okay, so counting from me, I have 3 ranks before I even get to the central area. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on top of that until I could promote to a queen. And it's usually a pretty big bloodbath in the middle, so it doesn't. Unless you do it very, very early, you're not going to be promoting a pawn in this game. Okay, you'd have to do it very, very early or very, very late. All right, so I'm going to try to chat a little bit more about the theory while I'm playing. I don't really have any specific opening strategies yet. I kind of just try to see what other people are doing. Keep my king very safe because, as you'll see, there's tactics like, say green would put one of my pieces in jeopardy, or say yellow puts me in check, then green puts one of my pieces in jeopardy. Well, I can only deal with one of those 2 threats. Okay, so you gotta keep your king very safe so that can never become a threat, and some other player can take advantage of you or even kind of gang up on you. So yeah, there's 2 people in queue right now, including me. So we're gonna wait for 2 more people. There's 1, and then start a game. And I'm going to stop the recording here because that was an intro, and I'll make that into a separate video.